Hey everybody, Dr. Jones here with another weekly video message. And this week I want to talk to you really quick about the idea of time and how quick time passes and how important it is that we make the best of what we can with the time that we have. You see, I happen to be reading a great book called The Power of Moments by Chip and Dan Heath, and they have a fantastic section there. Well, actually, the whole book's about making the most out of moments so that they stick with your memory. But this specific spot that I'm talking about is they talk about how fast time seems to go by the older that we get. And it seems to accelerate the more as our life becomes routine. So the more bland things are, the more we settle into just doing things out of habit, the quicker time goes by because we're not taking the opportunity to recognize what's around us and what's going on. So it begs the question, what can we do to slow time down? Are we growing all the time, or are we just going through the motions? When's the last time you've tried something new, or when's the last time you made a new memory? Can you remember whenever we do something new or something that we want to last for a long time or that we remember it sticks with us? Can you remember when that happened? Think of a vacation that seemed to last forever. And quite often, do you notice that the beginning of vacation goes slow as we're experiencing all those new things? And the end of vacation, the last couple of days, it just speeds up before we know it. Did you ever stop to think because it's become routine? Now, I know that we all complain that we'd like a little more vacation, that it goes too fast, but what are we doing to slow that down? What about how slow and memorable time is with those new relationships? Do you remember your new relationships whenever you meet somebody new, or especially when you were younger, and every moment was special? And you remembered every moment, and time just seemed to go so slow because everything was new. Everything was novel, and we noticed everything. Now, am I saying to keep changing things for the sake of changing? Absolutely not. What I am saying is we should take the time to relish all the fantastic things we have in our life currently. There are so many special aspects of our life. We need to notice them by slowing down, recognizing, and highlighting them so that we remember them and that we enjoy them all the much more. Be present instead of on autopilot. If you do things like this, your experiences are going to be richer, relationships more meaningful, and that time that seems to slip away, longer. I want to leave you with a quote to ponder that's in the book by Chip Heath and Dan Heath, and it's called The Power of Moments. And the reason I mention that again, and I usually don't do that, is because this is such a good book, applicable to so many aspects of life. And that quote is, "We feel most comfortable when things are certain, but feel most alive when they are not." So what are you doing? Are you being certain all the time, or are you feeling alive and slowing time down? Hey, I appreciate you taking the time to listen. I never take you for granted. And remember, especially now, be purposeful, act with integrity, and build your character. You have a great weekend.